Ronald, you should have got Brian to give you a peg.
I'm okay.
On the way back down.
You can explain the tactics first.
Let's
Actually, so it's like a flashback 40 years. Yes, cheap.
Was there not a possibility of having a Christmas with wagons on it? Come on,
I think it's supposed to be Maple dancing now.
Just Jake, this is the
Smiling lady. Fantastic. Very, very
I don't know if they're singing now or
It's okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the organising committee, I must say a big thank you to you all for turning up and being so enthusiastic. There's been mentioned here this morning about whether we should, whether we shouldn't. And we all said, well, if the Queen can parade in the rain, we can as well. So thank you for turning up and being such a wonderful audience. Now we're going to, of course, thank the organising committee first of all too, because without that this wouldn't happen. And it's been so enthusiastic to work with, it's been fantastic. So I do thank Heather, here, the chairman of the commissioners and the rest of the committee for their hard work. Now we're going to have the maypole dancing, so I know it might be a bit of a squeeze, but they need as much room as we can allow them to have down there so that they can swing the ribbons down. So if you can make room down there as much as possible, if you can come up this way.
music issue, but we'll put it on at the top. They do look wonderful, girls. It's a great opportunity to just
Right, drop your ribbons. I'll just put the bed in now. 5, 6, 7, skip, 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 skip. Lead the cloth.
Microphone, Tony.
Right, girls, have you got your clothes in there? You can get yourselves out of bed.
Can we have the Queen and 2 attendants, please? Because we like to parade the hats round so that everybody can see them and we'll have to announce the winners. So if you'd like to come and get your hat. Just waiting for the microphone so I'll be able to make a bit more noise. The winners of the adult hat class is Janet Kinnish for the winner. I'll leave to present the prize to you. Oh, she has the raffle. Second was Freya Melbourne. And third was Aaron Kelly. Truly made the effort to make a hat. And now I'll pass you on to Sue, who will announce the winner of the cake competition and the reasons why. Sue, please. Third. My third.
Well, thank you to everybody for entering the competition. I know how hard it is to make cakes. I say thank you to everybody for entering the cake competition. And I don't do speeches, so I'm sorry about that. The adults one. I think this one's the third. I don't know who anybody's is because I know some of the people that have actually entered the competition. So I've asked Elaine Fenton to back up what I picked so that nobody can say it's fixed.
Jay Fields.
Time and effort to do it by yourself. Can we pass that down? Well, I think it is. Who's this one?
Jay Jeffrey.
I'll have a word with you after about the colour and how to get it blue.
It's blue colouring. Let's put it out that way.
Gregory.
I'm giving a prize to them all. I picked this one third because it's very, very difficult to get a picture onto icing without it running. A very good effort. This is this one.
Ollie, Yobi.
Second. Very plain but very striking, and butterflies are lucky.
James Cowan.
It's just wow when I look at it. Really, whoever's done this, when you get older, you can come and work for them.
I'll be alright, you can keep it in the family because it's Freya Melbourne.
Sorry, I need to celebrate. I'll stand from there.
also there's some stalls which we'll set up later on, but also the barbecues outside. So anybody who wants to have a burger, which is £1.50, or a sausage roll, they're £1. So anybody who wants that, once you get the smell, you'll go out there and have a look at it. First of all, I'd like to make a very special welcome to you tonight to this Ballaugh Jubilee concert. I say concert, it's more like a celebrity concert or performance. First of all, I'd like to say a few thank yous to, first of all, to the committee, the organising committee, who've organised this afternoon's events, and all those who have done the stalls and raffles, people who have donated cakes, and the organising committee are very grateful for the manner in which everybody's been enthusiastic, and even this committee, when we sat down at the table, it's a wonderful thing. It's a bit like a rolling stone. Once it kept going, it's difficult to control it, but it turned out wonderful. And what a wonderful afternoon we had this afternoon. I'm grateful for everybody who came this afternoon and supported us, because it's what the Queen did on her Jubilee Day. It poured the rain, so she got on with it. So we decided we'll get on with it as well. So that's what we did, and we had a wonderful afternoon. So thank you everybody for doing that. I'm going to go through my list of... Dr. Bagazzi too, for doing the quiz. I don't know how many of you have done the quiz, but that'll be drawn later on, so we'll know who the winner of that is. And of course tonight's performance is being recorded, as you can see. And it has been suggested that we send a copy to Her Majesty herself, but whether that will materialise, I don't know. And I'm grateful also for setting up this concert tonight, for the people who have agreed to be part of this concert, because it's all local, I was going to say talent, yes, most of it's talent, apart from one. And Fenella Basin, who has actually agreed, under a little bit of pressure, but not too much, to actually give us a musical direction. So without that, I'd be lost. So I'm grateful for that. So, I think I'm pretty well ready for the first act, which is the Manx Music Group of Ballaugh School, directed by Miss Caitlin Bennett. Thank you.
Light over there on the
Light switch, don't we?
That
over
side.
there.
All right.
Just switch them all on, one work.
Right, we're the last Manx Music Club. We haven't really had a chance to practice what we're going to do tonight properly. Bit of short notice, but we'll try our very best, won't we guys? Right, we're going to do two things tonight. We're going to do a song called Over the Hills and Far Away, which is an old English folk song, and then a tune called The Wren Gelby, the song of the sea kelpie.
Here's 40 shillings on the drum for those who volunteer to come to list and fight the foe today, over the hills and far away. Oh, the hills and o'er the main, through Flanders, Portugal and Spain, our Queen
entertained now by the Ballaugh School Drama Group, directed by Mrs. Jan Bale.
This Lady, adapted from the story by Dora Grew. There was once a man's cat living in the south of the island. They got a notion in the head to travel.
A person doesn't see much at all living in one place all day. And I heard cats and rats are wearing tails. I never had a tail. Or my mother or her mother before that. The capers that these young ones get up to these days.
Nothing would suit young Crystal going off one morning with not so much as a pleased or by a week. He travelled the road all day till at last it grew dusk, and there was never a bite of the supper at her, but little mice she met on the way.
Now what's going on today then?
No, Geoffrey, quiet as that.
What do I do at all? The tired I am and the hunger that's at me. I'll see while they give me a drop of cream at the farm.
Up she went to the farm, as bold as grass, with the farm dogs barking and scuffling. Down, Shep!
Master Mai, will thou give me a drop of cream and place by fire?
What will you do for it? Will you catch longtails?
Indeed, I would not lower myself. Flaring and appointed for my own pleasure, I'm not working at all. I'm travelling the road for my health and edification. You can get a common cat to catch longtails any day. Honestly, who do you think I am?
What will you do for a cup of cream if you won't catch longtails?
I'll sing thee a song. I'm middling good at carvel, and my hair is as soft as silk.
Come on through, mistress. We'll see what is upstairs. The man's cat went in at the door, stepping as high and dainty as a hen in the farmyard. And in a little while, she was sitting by the fire, with her paws tucked under her, and the cream inside comfortable nightly. The farmer's wife and daughter came to see her.
See the world as you, mistress, and what's the world like where you come from? Middling fine. You wouldn't believe what wonderful food we have. Cats like me are well looked up to, I can tell you that. We have the softest cushions and the pretty feather beds to lie on. I don't say, I've been hearing that all the best cats on the island are now wearing tails.
Aye, and that the first man cat's lost his tail through getting it chopped off by Noah's Ark as she stayed out mousing all night.
Oh, them old tales, they're all nonsense. The first of my family came from Egypt, where she sat upon the steps of the throne. Travelling's in our blood, and that's why I'm travelling the roads now.
So you come from a good family then?
Will you be travelling far? To the end of the world and back, having nothing to do with water.
As far as Derby then?
No, then to Dragon's Lair.
So I'm here.
Now since I'll be making an early flight, I bid you good night.
Good night, Cross. Night, Cross. As she tucked her nose in her paws, shut her green eyes and slept as quietly as the Dung River at Castletown, which there's no sound out of it at all. Next morning, she was up with the lark, washed her face in dew, and took to the road on her travels. She hadn't gone far when she met Colin the sheepdog.
Good day, Collie. Where you off to so early? Working indeed. I'm travelling the road to my health and edification. 'Tis only ignorant beasts like yourself that need to be working.
And over the head she went, before she let the bark out of him. It wasn't long until she came to Castletown, and a fine place she bought it, with cats at the window, cats on the doorstep, and cats wandering down the road. Up the street went Paul, bowing and smiling to right and left, like the governor's lady, but not one of the cats took the least notice of her. They washed their paws, curled their tails when they had any, and took a look at the sky to see which way the wind was coming.
I can't believe the rudeness. There's not one of these cats that has a great grandmother that came from the steps of the throne in Egypt. I'll get me a tail, as fine as these English ones, and then perhaps they'll look at me.
So off she went to
marched down the streets with her tail tailing behind her, her most impudent cat's life. Take a skedaddle, what does she look like? A proper sight, and that's the truth. Must be from Florida. The American cat couldn't stand it, so she dropped her tail by the side of the road and set off for Dulwich. The first person she saw was a cousin of her own, sitting on a doorstep.
Tomorrow night, Jenny Kelly, how's the world using thee? Not so bad, not so bad. We nice ones aren't in a tucked all with the high English ones, but we're holding our own fraud.
I'm off to the governor's house to pay my respects to the governor's lady. 'Tis only right and proper, unless the person with such a high great-grandmother as myself pays their respects to royalty.
I don't think you'll be getting in there. They're saying that even the kitchen cats in Government's house have tails as big as pokers, and I've got to at least special guest thing.
Indeed, well, there's not a higher person on the island. We'll see who doesn't get in. And with that, off she went to Government House. Oh, Jim Castle. Good afternoon. How are you, Jim Curran?
Is it you, Southampton, and how are you, Puss?
Doing tough, boy, doing tough. I'm here to put a sight on the governor's lady. I want to pay my respects to her.
Well, I don't know if you could do that. Take you to some Tishias with a cat from Persia and a cat from Siam.
Very special visitor. Excuse me. My great-great-grandmother came from the steps of the throne in Egypt, and there's not a country older in the world than Egypt.
Well, when you put it like that, wait there, Puss. I'll get the girl to see if her ladyship will see you. Kiri!
Oh, what do you be wanting now, Jim?
Kiri, go and see if her ladyship will see Puss here. Wait there, Puss. Will you come here, me, Puss? Her ladyship will be pleased to see you.
They went through a fire hall and into the sitting room. The governor's lady was sitting by the fire with her Persian and Siamese cat. May ye have critters and herons in your house forever.
Thank you, Puss. God has brought you on this fine day.
Traveling the world I am for my help in education.
And have you worked much?
Middling. But it's not the breeding of cats I'm used to these days. 'Twas different when my great-great-great-grandmother sat on the steps of the throne in Egypt. Taking a trip with the Spanish Armada she was, and ended up in a wreck in the Spanish Main in the south of the island. And that's why I'm here today.
Would you like to say a word from your cousins from Siam and Persia?
Queen how are thy cousins?
Ah well, since you have real blood plus, perhaps you would like to give a warm welcome to my special guest today. May I present Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, Lord of Man.
Welcome to the island, Your Majesty, and congratulations on your diamond jubilee.
Thank you, Puss. One has been to the island several times. I first came here in 1955 and met the strong women who worked in the cooking factory. In 1972 and in 1979, I opened a fine school in the west of the island. Is it still there?
Ah yes, all the best people go there.
In 2003, I was here on Table Day, and I met all of your the MHKs. I would have brought Charles and Camilla came here a few weeks ago. Well, they need to get practice if they ever want the top job. Let's just say. Let's just say they're not looking forward to the Platinum Jubilee, as much as say Gary Barlow. I would have brought Philip with me this year, which is still having trouble with his Obregon Ushki.
Obregon Ushki?
What a word.
I just came to say thank you for all the law support over the last 60 years. One has been most grateful. God bless the Isle of Man.
Would you like to sing a song for the
As she sang, the magic cat grew very sleepy, until at last there wasn't any song at all. Just a soft purring, and finally there wasn't any noise at all, as Puss slumbered peacefully.
The next thing she knew, she was opening her eyes, and that an old grey cat was sitting before her on her hearth at home, just as she had been before she went on her travels. And to this day, the old cat declares that the young cat was dreaming and never went on any travels at all.
But Puss knows better, and she gives herself airs. But didn't she meet the governor's lady and the queen, the Lord of Man herself? And it's not every man's cat who can say that, I can tell you.
Are getting ready for their little piece. I'd just like to announce that we had a hula hoop competition this afternoon, and the longest was Hannah Ratlow, and she was 14 minutes and 58 seconds. All afternoon was Charlotte Bale, who had 6 hoops going all the time. Continue. Hannah in the concert party. She Hannah Rattle? Hannah? I'll try and find Hannah and Charlotte. Make each item. Anything. And guys.
The first Ballaugh guys bring to you tonight, at great expense from Russia, to the Isle of Man, the premiere of a Russian tale. Once upon a time, there lived a king and his queen. Where's the queen? And their beautiful daughter. They loved each other very, very much and never quarreled. Act 1. Curtain opens. The moon has risen. Go behind you, the princess. Go behind the princess. The beautiful princess is sitting, smiling, and dreaming about a handsome prince. All of a sudden, a scary robber sees the beautiful princess and gone with the wind. The curtain closes. Act 2. Curtain opens. It is a big green meadow in the wood. The sun is shining. In the middle of the meadow is a big old tree. The butterflies are flying joyfully. The flowers are blooming. The flowers are blooming. Oh dear, I forgot. We couldn't afford to pay the flowers. The young wild boars are running across the green meadow, cheerfully grunting. All of a sudden, the scary robber and the beautiful princess have appeared. He ties the princess to the tree and he goes away. The princess is crying bitterly. And the sun keeps shining. The butterflies keep flying. The wild boars keep running across the meadow, gently grunting. The curtain closes. Curtain opens. The king's palace is in uproar. The king is sobbing. The queen is sobbing. At this time, a handsome prince is passing by the king's palace on his white horse. And goes to the palace to find out what is happening. The king is sobbing. The queen is sobbing. They are telling the prince that their daughter, the beautiful princess, the night before was sitting near the window and dreaming and smiling, and suddenly the scary robber ran over and kidnapped her. The prince is trying to calm them, and he promises them that he will find their daughter. He gets his horse and he goes away. The curtain closes. Act 4. Curtain opens. It is a big green meadow in the wood. The sun is shining. The butterflies are joyfully flying joyfully. The young wild boars are running across the meadow and cheerfully grunting. In the meadow, in the middle of the meadow, there is a big old tree. The beautiful princess is tied to the tree. She's crying bitterly and loudly. The sun keeps shining. The butterflies keep flying. The young wild boars keep running across the meadow, cheerfully grunting. The prince on his horse is approaching the big tree. He finds the beautiful princess, but suddenly the scary robber appears. The prince gets off his horse and begins to fight the scary robber. The battle is long and hard. Sometimes the prince is winning. Sometimes the robber is winning. At last the prince is victorious, and the scary robber lays motionless. The prince is running to the big tree. He's untying the beautiful princess. They are hugging each other. And looking into each other's eyes. The prince brings the princess to his horse, and they go away to the king's palace. Curtain closes. Act 5. Curtain opens. At the palace, the king is sobbing. The queen is sobbing. They have lost any hope of seeing their daughter, the beautiful princess. The king is tearing his last hair. And suddenly the prince and princess appear. The prince is leaving his horse. The princess is safe and sound. The They are running to greet the king and queen. Everyone is happy. The queen is kissing the princess. The king is kissing the prince. The princess is kissing the prince. The prince is kissing his horse. The prince is kissing the king. The princess is kissing the white horse. Everyone is hugging and kissing each other. Everyone is happy. Curtains closed.
Now I'd like to introduce the dancers from Gina's Academy, choreographed by Miss Sarah Kinraid.
I'm gonna pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. If things go wrong, we can knock it down. My 3 words have 2 meanings, but there's one thing on my mind. It's all for you. And it's not gonna go December, but I got you to keep me warm. If you're broken, I'll mend you, and I keep you sheltered from the storm that's raging on. Now I'm out of touch, I'm out of love. I'll pick you up when you get down. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now. I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. I'll do it all for you in time. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now.
Move out the way, girl!
Here we go. Let's try it. Here we go.
We're now to be entertained by Liam Allhouse. Thank you, Liam.
That's
bit funny. Hello! You've got the hang of it, but you haven't. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, hello! It's like answer. I'm Liam. I work for the Simply Stupid Agency. I'm going to show you one little trick involving an apple, give it an ooh. A lemon, give it a boo. And an onion, boo that onion. It's very simple. I will juggle the fruit like that. And when the apple, which is that one in my left hand there, gets to the left hand, I need you to shout now. And what I'll do, swoop the apple up, take a bite out of it, and keep juggling. Is it possible? Yes, it is. I'd like to get a brush ready. This could be messy. Right, okay. Now. Now? Now. Thanks for that. Now. Thanks again. Last try. If I get it this time, I'll eat the whole apple. Whole apple. Right. Now! Now! Come on!
Technology, so I'll leave this in the capable hands of Fenella Basin.
Some time ago, Mrs. Bale rang me from school and said, there's going to be this concert. Why don't we all have a go at the Jubilee song? Well, I hadn't heard the Jubilee song at that time, so I went onto YouTube and thought, yes, let's have a go at this. So we had a couple of rehearsals. We put a notice in the village shop and a notice in the school saying there was going to be a song-along. And we had lots of people turn up, mums and dads, and lots of children as well. So they're all going to come up on the stage now and sing. Sing, yes? Yeah. Right. And if you know it, you can join in too. We put the screen up so they've got the words here. And we'll, if you can't see it, sort of try and sort of go at a funny angle so